Welcome to the finale of Sean Murphy's epic Batman, Curse of the White Knight. I'm your Bostonian host, Supercliff, and without further ado, let's get right to it, as our story begins with a chase. Batman and the GCPD are pursuing Azrael, who's currently swinging from rooftop to rooftop, and as the GCPD gain the momentum in their pursuit, their cars start shutting down, except for Batman's. Dick is quick to realizing that Bruce must have tampered their vehicles with a disruption device, so that when the moment came to killing Azrael, no one would be around to stop him. Batman eventually catches up to Azrael and begins opening fire, but thanks to Azrael's dope-ass suit, the bullets do nothing but ricochet off the suit's armor. Azrael then grapples himself onto the Batmobile, but in response, Batman's quick to brake, sending Azrael flying off, crashing into a plane. Azrael emerges from the rubble, admitting that he is surprised, for he thought Batman didn't kill. Batman skips the foreplay and begins opening fire with his machine gun. Azrael proves to be too slick and dodges all the bullets. Azrael grabs Batman by the throat, only to begin taunting Batman that he has failed this city, and that John Paul and Bruce are one of the same. Batman basically tells him to fuck off, claiming that if he dies, then Gotham will still go on to resist. But Azrael informs Bruce that there won't be a city to resist him, not after the flood. Suddenly, like a young circus freak out of hell, Nightwing zooms in, slamming his car into Azrael, kicking him offset. Once Nightwing gets out of the car, he sees that Batman is carrying a gun. Nightwing asks his surrogate father on what the hell he was planning on doing. Batman answers Dick, saying that Azrael has to die, and that there's not going to be a happily ever after. But then Dick asks Bruce as to why he adopted him in the first place. Bruce tells Dick because he thought he could save him, but he failed due to not being a great father. But Dick tells Batman that perhaps that's the truth. However, it doesn't matter because Bruce is Dick's father, and because of this, Dick is not willing to give up on him. Nightwing then tells Bruce to end the fight as Batman, not as Azrael. Soon the rest of the squad pulls up. Batman tells Batgirl and everyone to call in units to the Gotham Reservoir, as he reveals to the squad that Azrael is going to destroy the dam. Meanwhile, the Coast Guard receives the warning from GCPD, so as a response, the Coast Guard sent out a helicopter to provide evacuation assistance. But unfortunately, Azrael hijacks the chopper. Elsewhere, as Batman hauls ass over to the dam, he begins remembering past advice from father-like figures, such as Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, and even the White Knight universe version of Mr. Freeze, all of whom have given Bruce their own words of wisdom, basically saying that Batman isn't Batman without Bruce Wayne, a boy who lost his parents from darkness and exists to protect those who can't protect themselves, and that when it comes down to it, Batman will do the right thing. Next, both Batman and Azrael arrive at the Gotham Reservoir at the same time, and as the two Crusaders both blow one another's respected vehicles, Batman unsheathes his family swords and the two engage in Mortal Kombat. Insert epic techno music, cause that shit's dope. We are soon given several panels of beautiful swashbuckling action, eventually leading both Batman and Azrael to a draw. Azrael starts mocking Batman once more, this time adding some additional smackdown towards his parents. This purely enrages Batman, causing our Dark Knight to slash Azrael's throat, cutting his carotid artery. As Azrael bleeds out, he manages to tell Batman that he had just finished what Picard started all those years ago, successfully killing the last of the Waynes. Batman refuses to let Azrael die, so he begins prepping up a first aid kit in an attempt to help stop the bleeding. Batman and Azrael have themselves a heart-to-heart, for Azrael admits that he knew he wouldn't survive this, but he never foresaw himself losing due to having God on his side, as we're giving a flashback to Jason Blood, aka Etrigan, giving Edmund Wayne's baby daughter to a prostitute after his death in order to hide from the Picards. And ever since then, Edmund Wayne's daughter changed her last name to Valley. But Batman counters Azrael's belief, saying that being a protector is much bigger than being a Wayne or Picard, for that's why the priest gave the journal to Gotham's true protector. And before Azrael dies, he finishes Bruce's sentence. Batman. Later at the GCPD, everyone is saying their farewells to Bruce as he's getting arrested and is being sent to Arkham. In the police car, Bruce sees that Harley has hijacked the driver's seat and tells Bruce that she doesn't want him to go to jail, so she's willing to help Bruce escape for the fear of being alone. But Bruce tells Harley not to worry, for he knows that answering for his crimes is the right thing to do, for if Harley needs anything, she'll know where to find him. Time passes, and at the prison, we see Bruce Wayne talking with a visitor, who happens to be a military officer of sorts. The man seems to know that no prison can hold Bruce, so he asks as to why he was summoned. Bruce informs the military man, who happens to be Jason Todd, that he wants to talk. Dum, dum, dum. Sean Murphy's Batman Curse of the White Knight, issue number 8, was an adequate ending to this really fun 8-issue story. Sean Murphy, dude clearly understands these characters. And not only that, but damn, does this beloved bastard know how to draw. Besides the twists in Batman and Harley Quinn's friendship, the art in this book is simply amazing to the nth degree. I'm glad Batman was able to kill and then afterwards turn himself in. It's pretty cool that within this universe, we're going to get a Batman in custody, which potentially could bring some interesting story. I am a little bit disappointed that Azrael had to die. I felt that there was a lot more to this version of Azrael. I know, right? Like, who would have thought that John Paul Valley's Azrael was a standout within the story? But regardless, kind of wish he got to stick around because his presence was quite honestly dope. I enjoyed seeing Jason Todd in the end wearing a military officer's uniform, so it makes me kind of wonder on what's going to happen in regards to that. Hopefully in White Knight 3, we get to see the League of Assassins, or heck, a Superman versus Batman situation. Batman comes back, but is wanted by the GCPD, and so the only person who can stop him is Superman. I'm down. Overall, the story wasn't nearly as good as Sean Murphy's original White Knight, but I commend Sean Murphy with going in a different direction with his universe than staying focused on the social commentary aspect. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10.